Hello and welcome to another turn of the False Pretenders. Joining me is Arpathius.
Hello, hello, hello.
And we are jumping, welcome, we are jumping in on turn 14. So when we last left off, I believe Yomi said they were going to attack Satis. Pelagia Therados are fighting.
Hinnom,
And
Agartha, looks like there's
Hinnom,
going to be
yeah,
stuff
Hinnom
going on
looks
there.
aggressive at Agartha. And
And
then
Vanheim collecting all the thrones.
Banheim, yeah, is working on their throne game. Okay. Just the one message this time. I'm going to site search 167 because of death scales and a disease event. Sure. Makes sense. Let's go. Oh, we got a battle in Therados.
Yeah, let's watch the
Let's
PvP.
see. Let's see what we got. It's a scout ping. It's a scout ping.
I was just
Oh,
hoping
it's a
for the
scout ping
god to
coming
arrive.
out. Okay.
Well, that's sensible. Let's,
It does
should do
make
that.
sense.
Is it retreating?
No, it's
Uh,
charging in. It would be probably better to
Go on, get
retreat.
that guy. Go on, get him.
Oh,
Oh.
got bopped. I mean, it's just going to take like a while, I think, to siege down this fort. Like, there's not a huge army here. Like,
Yeah, what
it's,
is the... well, after we come off this screen, well, I don't actually know how big the Therados fort is. I don't know how much force strength it has. I think it's
mhm.
pretty big, though.
Yeah, I think so. We'll zoom in here so we can't see anything.
Yeah,
500.
500. Yeah, that'll take a while.
And this is only 80 units. Now, there's still plenty of supplies. We're early enough game. Hasn't had a
Oh yeah,
chance
I
to
mean
kill
it's
it
the
all
cap.
off yet.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, it goes bad. It goes sour fairly quickly. I mean, it's already down to 10,000, right? I mean,
It
what's
starts at half. It starts at half of the normal cap
starts at
though.
half? Okay. Okay. So, well,
Yeah,
it's lost than a little bit less than a third.
yeah. It's painful every time you see that. It's
It
bloody.
is. 20 more
Mm.
units coming in to help siege down from Pelagia.
Yeah, some more
Um,
after that.
and some more after that. Okay, let's take a quick look at Pelagian
Yeah,
Therados here in context. So Pelagia is out site searching, it looks like, with some Pearl Mages. Makes sense. He's got another fortification coming up over here. It'll be really interesting to
yeah,
see if whoever this is doesn't want to take these forts away.
yeah. I mean, the longer it goes on, the easier it is for him to defend them because
Oh, yeah.
his on land recruits are a lot better than the stuff he can get underwater to fight there. So
Yes, they are.
the window for it being really easy is passing.
Fair enough. Therados, I think, is still pretty much toast.
Yeah,
We still
yeah.
haven't seen the god yet, I don't think.
No, that is. But it just spawns
I mean,
outside.
yeah,
It'll
all
have
it's
to
going to do
fight
is
that.
land and die.
Unscripted. It's going to be
Oh, yeah, it's not. It's going to be sad
it's going to be
times.
pretty tough.
We have another PvP here. Marverni attacking into Satis with a lot of boar warriors.
Yeah, how many mages has he brought?
He's brought one, two. We can just go to the battle report. 3, but they're just these
Yeah.
little N1 plus 1. I think mostly there for just the blessing.
Yeah. Although that's a decent commitment at this
Oh yeah,
stage.
that's a decent chunk of troops. That's tough for Satis if Yomi is also attacking Satis.
Yes. Yes, that's very hard, very hard.
Besides that, no, it's not like Satis didn't just expand there or something. Obviously, that's a real attack. Um, Yomi, ooh,
Oh, okay.
this looks like a throne.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the Tengu, we got Bakumono,
That's a lot of Shikome.
Shikome, more
Mm.
Tengu, Demon General, and then some demons up front.
Yeah, the
No,
demon general gives a lot more morale to your demon units
sure, and then the
than
Prophet.
everything else. Yeah.
And then over here, there is a Circle Master, Sorcerer. So it looks like just Skelly spam mostly.
Yeah, they might communion. I don't know.
Or maybe.
If they've got gems, they might just choose to put that
They're
into
doing race
skeletons. Though
skeletons.
there's a lot of horse drive.
A lot of horse tribe.
That the Bakamona are not going to enjoy that at all.
No. Yeah, and the horse tribe are mostly firing at these Bakumono too. Although the Bakumono pulling them off of the Shikome is probably great news.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably. Some might even say that's probably their job here. We got the Tengu land.
Did they kill him? I don't think they sniped a mage, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't look like it. And they're potentially
Yeah,
in some trouble here, I think.
yeah. Did they all get blessed? They must have been divine blessing.
I think they were divine blessing the prophets here.
Yeah, that bark skin will be doing work.
It will. But they're still, I mean, there's still only 13 protection. Although they're doing, oh, there goes one. There's another one.
Some of the horse tribe routing.
Yep, some of the horse tribe routing. I mean, it looks like he's got it. Just the question of what are the losses.
Yeah. Can we have a look at one of the Shikone when they're berserking?
Sure.
Yeah,
17 attack.
Yeah.
With the thunder weapons. And they already have the ghost rending claw. Yeah, they're pretty cool. All right, the horse tribe routed off. I think that's it for this one. Losses 5 Tengu.
That was pretty clean, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I mean the Bakemono are nothing. So basically just 5 Tengu and a Shikome.
They're a bit of a drain, to be honest, at this point. You kind of want to get rid of them.
Sure, they cost money. Now, which throne was that? The Throne of Misfortune. Okay, so that's a lot of astral.
He's got Misfortune 2?
No, he's got Luck 3.
Luck 3, yes, sorry.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't got a great use for astral, so I think you could probably wait.
Yeah, I mean, his scales are relying so heavily on this luck. Because everything else, right, is just in the garbage. I don't know that you can, like, the difference between Luck 2 and Luck 3 is
I think you wait. I think you
have to
you
wait.
You really rely on that for Yomi.
Yeah. Okay. So let's, you want to just go in a line then? From here, I don't think we see any other direct conflict.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Hinam has gone ahead and courteously helped out Agartha here, clearing out their cap circle for them. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a whole bunch of these nice Avite swordsmen, some chariots in the middle, mercenaries. I would have liked to see the mercenaries in the front, probably, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then some Enkidu slaves holding down the fort here. These guys just help out with a little bit of extra siege strength, and there can be a bit of an HP buffer.
Is the prophet there? Is he going to be smiting?
Probably. Let's see. No, that's just an Avite commander.
Okay.
So no, I don't
so this is just normal...
Just troops.
Normal troops.
But these guys are pretty good. I mean, 13 attack. Garth don't have great attack.
These are pretty great troops, but it's nothing...
In the dark, this is going to be a lot worse.
Definitely.
It's just barbarians. And we got, is this a ping here in Agartha? No, yeah.
Maybe they patrolled a scout. I don't know.
They probably patrolled a scout out, yeah. Alright, so Agartha looks like, is this just their, is this their PD?
I don't think you get...
Yeah, Great Olms.
Olms in the PD.
Okay, he's got, so we can see 10 Great Olms.
Well, if you just look at the report, it'll...
I don't know if we can see the report, because it's, when they get patrolled out...
If you press C, just on the...
Oh, sure, on here? Yeah, okay, you can't push C here. We just don't get the report. Yeah, 10 Great Olms. Okay, so just a little bit of stuff in addition to the PD. Let's look at their units again real quick. So this is in the cave.
Do you think Hinnom can just roll right onto this?
So it's a -3 darkness penalty. That's going to give Hinnom just 10 attack. Now these guys only have 9 defense.
Yeah, because ideally you would love to shut down the cap.
Oh yeah.
But it's definitely a risk.
I would agree it's a risk. You want to kill them quickly because these Great Olms are going to fire a lot. Your troops are acceptable, even in the darkness, just because the Pale Ones are so bad.
I think they're still better.
Yeah.
And you can you've got such a wide line.
Yeah, you just
against
walk
the
right
PD.
around them.
I think you'll walk around and just kill the Olms, but
I think so
he
too.
could also patrol with more mages. He must have some more. So you do run the risk of that.
Yes. Now, he also has, it looks like Long Deads and Horites, which are his cavemen, who can fight just fine in the dark coming up. Here and here. There's also a non-defended temple here. But I would test it, right? You should go. At least against what's here. It looks to me like he could go on here.
I think he could. I think the better move might be to go on the other forts because Agartha has to protect his cap, I think.
Right,
And you
Agartha
just
can't
go on the
leave.
other forts and lock down some recruitment.
I think it's just the one fort. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if there's 40 guys here with more Great Olms. If this moved, he could also dump more PD or patrol with more stuff. I think you can wait. I think you can wait. You're not on like a huge clock here.
No.
So random hit is not doing something over here. So yeah, I think you could go and just knock this one down, or you could go after the temple and wait for your reinforcements.
Yep.
Still, so this got okay. It looks like there's a new group who's gonna head out here to reclaim this, and no one's gone after these Bone Tribe.
Yeah, well, 60 Bone Tribe.
Oh yeah,
So,
it's a lot of Bone Tribe now. Yeah, it's a lot of Bone Tribe.
Especially while you're, they're both in a war.
Yes. Well, let's look at Marverni Satis. We didn't look at it that carefully. I mean, okay, so this is Cap Circle. I don't know. So Satis has 170 guys here. A lot of them elite warriors. Oh, his monument is awake. I think we already talked about that.
Yeah, I don't think that Marverni army can kill the monument.
No, it definitely, it 100% cannot kill the monument.
So
I don't.
He can't go. He's not going on the cap, or he's not winning if he goes there. I don't think.
Agreed.
I don't think he can beat that army either. So
no.
I think I think maybe you just split in half and you take the other two.
Yeah, you just
provinces on that column, and you cut because Satis can't counter that either. So
right. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I do wonder if he's like teamed up with Yomi, and this turn he's gonna be like, hey, why are you not attacking? Why are you taking thrones?
Yeah, or do you think he's just acting independently?
I mean, he could be acting independently. He didn't message us that he was working in concert with anybody. And in terms of like, I think he napped Agartha, right? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of good. So obviously he shouldn't fight Hinnom, but I think he could have reasonably looked to team up with Calum against Ulm, because like if you're gonna go here, why are you starting a war over here?
I think he's just taken that and with and I think they're both just quite okay with it. For now, really, or at least Marverni's not considering it like a declaration of war on their end at least.
Yeah, he clearly he's 11 PD everywhere too. Dang.
Well, he's got good sales, doesn't he? So
he does.
11 everywhere is a bit excessive, I think, but.
This to me is war, like especially with this fort here. I don't.
Oh, to if I was playing Ulm, I would see it that way, but Ulm is still finishing up expansion and has other people digging into them as well. So
I mean, and then Agartha also obviously is extremely tasty. Like you could, I mean, you don't even need to commit a lot, right? You just grab these 3 or 4 and tell Hinnom, yeah, obviously you can do all the work and get the rest of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he might try and do a similar thing against Satis and not really fight Satis, and then do that with Agartha. And
that's true. Although usually when you're going to do that, you don't want to go first.
No, I don't know. Maybe he's just actually going on Satis, but he doesn't have enough there to do that. So
yeah, not sure. Not sure. Satis, by the way, had messaged. He has an unusual research plan that is not just Horde of Skeletons. So,
okay, cool.
Or Foul Vapors.
Cool.
So we'll have to wait and see if we get to see that in action.
Did he say what it was, or is he keeping us?
Trying to remember exactly what. I think he told me, but I forgot.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see. And there's only so many other things it can be, right? So like realistically, he doesn't have the magic for conjuration. Evocation is probably a no as well. It's not construction.
Well, it could be thaumaturgy.
I think it's probably thaumaturgy, and he's
No,
going to
all
lean
the
on the
shamans could
Astra.
go for like
Go for like Soul
Enslaved
Slay.
Mind and Soul Slay and Mind Hunt and
Yeah,
and
that's a little
Shout.
bit of a ways away though. I mean, all the way up to 5. He does have, I guess, the
Well,
monolith is a way down.
Mind Hunt is fine for this point, and then mid game Soul Slay will still be
Yeah.
decent.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so I don't
Yeah.
think that this army is enough, but Satips may be constrained in his ability to fight back if Yomi does indeed fight. But with that said, Yomi is not coming here anytime real soon. He's got at least 2 turns to march his cap army here, and this is going to take 3 turns.
Well, is it heat on both sides of that mountain or that throne?
No.
No, it might be.
It
His
might
dominion
be.
might spread there.
That's still 2 turns though. Which speaks to me that this is not coordinated because he's way early.
Yeah, it's not nothing's going to kill Satis in that.
Nope.
Anytime soon.
I don't think so. I think that the slave warriors are or the elite warriors are just going to deal a little bit too much damage as long as you can keep them on the field. And then the monument is also just kind of crushing in that respect.
And if he's going for Mind Burn, I mean, that seems. How do you feel about that against what he's up against?
Let me look at this real quick. Let's see what the MR is on these Marverni guys.
Assuming that's what he is doing.
Assuming that's what let's make sure I don't remember if there's anything in his bless or not. Yeah, there is some MR in the bless. So they're only 10.
They're still only 10. I mean, it's going to be pretty painful.
Now, they do have 20 HP. But, yes, I would rate them in the susceptible to mind burn category.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully he cleans up the script a little bit. Looks like not everybody's quite on the same page.
Yeah, and mind burn could be pretty good against Yomi Thugs as well.
Yes. Yeah, especially then if you get up to Soul Slay, that's definitely going to help you with those pesky.
Could struggle against Co-owning. They've got decent MR and they can get quite a lot of them.
Sure.
But then again, I mean, the Elite Warriors are
serviceable.
He's got a lot of them. It's not like he's only got Limps Magic. So I kind of fancy him.
Yeah, I like him against this. 2 people though is a lot, but.
Oh no! In the long run, that'll be too much. But someone else could step in and do something.
That's true. A fort's going up here, and this should be pretty protected. Yomi's not going to as opposed to Gartha, right? Who's going to potentially get their second fort knocked over immediately if that's what Hinam wants to do.
Yeah.
The second fort.
It's very protected against what he's fighting in a minute.
Yeah.
Unless Caitlin watches this and thinks, it's free real estate. But they've got a nap, I think. So
I think they do.
So I don't think.
So I think
that's an immediate threat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, should we look at Calum?
Yeah. Let's go Calum. All right. So Calum got some 40 birds at home. Here we go. Here's 170 birds. So he flew. Yeah. He was here last turn. Mostly, I think. Because he took this.
It's been for anyone, people watching. It's been a while since we did the last episode.
Oh yeah.
So we're trying to catch up.
We're catching back up. This force is definitely a potential. I mean, do you think he's just going to go try and pop this?
I would. It looks like a great move. Ulm hasn't got anything near there that can stop him taking that. He'll crack that in 1 turn, I think.
I think he will crack it in 1 turn. He may take a lot of loss. I mean, I assume the Ulm guys gold for gold trade great into the Kalians.
Well, it's archers, isn't it? So
that's true. Yeah, he'll crush him with all the archers.
But that could be a bit tricky in a fort battle. He needs to get some more forts himself. Starting with Caleb. I mean, he's only got the 1 still.
Yeah,
He needs to go and get some.
I'm looking to see. I don't see any forts in construction. Here we go. He's building 1 here. The Eagle King. Oh, and he's building 1. He's building 1 here on the wastes.
That must be for the Cynocephalians.
I think it's got to be for the Cynocephalians. Although even with the fort, right? I assume you're going to have a hard time getting a whole heck of a lot of those.
No, for the commander, for the mage. I think that's what that is.
What does their mage do?
It's an astral, death, or nature random 100% and a 50% air astral nature. I think it's
Okay, that's
something
not
like
bad.
that. So I assume it's for the nature.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see. He definitely is going to need some more troops to actually storm a fort, but that doesn't mean he couldn't lock down this fort and then also like raid the rest of the countryside.
Yeah, I think he can leverage his mobility.
Yep. Yes. Does he have archers
into being in
on
a
too?
dominating position.
He still mostly has archers and the ice clads. Now the ice clads are not the
Yeah.
ones that don't have wings, right?
No, they're not.
Do they still fly?
They're the cold protection, which should be quite good against Ulm. I think Ulm has cold
Sure.
scales. So
Okay. Okay. Ulm. He's got 50 dudes over here. So he's kind of a lot of his troops are in the east. Maybe looking to take this. This is still out there.
yeah, I think that's what he's going for.
But he potentially, has enemies. Well, we know that Marverni's gone to do something else, but Ulm may not know that. I mean, this looks aggressive to me. And this is definitely a huge red flag.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand Ulm not wanting to go against Marverni as well, because if he does that, his other two neighbours are going to see it, and
Right.
it makes it even more of a dangerous position.
That's true. Although sometimes if you look weak, right, Dominion's players love to jump on weakness, blood in the water, and all that.
Yes, but I think he might be thinking, no, I've got those forts up. I don't want to be the one to cause the blood to go in the water.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, Agartha. So we looked at Agartha a little bit from mostly from the Hinnom perspective. What are we doing from the Agartha perspective?
I think he has to protect his cap, and then I think I think he loses some other provinces.
I just wonder. My thought, right, especially.
Yeah, could he just? Because that army that took the Bar province is going to move, right? Like it's not going to stay. Do we think it's going to move?
Let's see. Which
could you maybe move everything there
about?
and the army that took the Bar province? That one, yeah. We think.
Oh,
we think that's going to. Yeah. We think that's going to move.
Yes, I think it's going to move. So
maybe you move everything you have to there and try and kill off the reinforcements moving up.
Yeah, you could try that. I think you can't, like, if you just sit in your cap, I think you're gonna just lose, right? You have to go do something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But so the question, right, is what do you do? And this is where, if you test it right, if you are gonna win, if you test and you're like, I win in the capital, and Hinnom should potentially, test and know that, then you could potentially consider taking this force and like move and patrolling here, because maybe Hinnom tries to get cheeky, like we said, and goes up after this fort instead. I don't know that you can go out here.
No, you can't move there.
Here, you're hoping to pick off reinforcements.
There, but it could be awkward if Hinnom
doesn't move.
If he catches one of the armies moving there,
right,
with that stack, if they both move in the opposite direction to each other.
Yep. I think you need to fight. You need to try and take
a
fight.
He needs to pick which of his forts he's going to pretend, and he has to move all his troops there in patrol and hope that Hinnom moves there. And then he hopes he kills that in the cave with everything he has, and then he could go on the counterattack.
Yes, agreed. I think you have to try something like that. I don't know which one it'll be, but it depends on how this testing looks, I'm sure.
And also, I think, how much PD does he have on the second fort?
6.
Yeah, if he can, he doesn't have much money though, does he? But if he can, putting more PD there will be good.
Yes, agreed. Okay. All right, TNN. It's looking awfully peaceful for the elves.
It is.
We got 30 Tuatha down here on the border with Yomi. Fort. Oh, he's got a lot of forts.
He's got a lot of PD everywhere as well. Or is that just on the forts?
Looks like it's mostly on. He's got 1 PD most places, just on the forts.
Okay, fair enough.
The old 1 PD strat.
I always go 6.
Sometimes go 6, sometimes go 1, sometimes forget.
I go 1, sometimes an expansion, and if it's on the border in a war, but in my own land,
Depends.
I'm a 6 PD kind of guy.
But yeah, I don't immediately see any aggressive looking moves out of TNN here. And he does have.
No, I think he's got great income and all those forts, and he can just sit back. I think.
Yeah. I think you can sit back. I think you could also end your nap with a Gartha.
I think you could do that. I think you can definitely go and take those Jade Amazons though.
Yeah.
Because you don't want Hin on getting them.
No, you don't.
Arthur isn't going to take them anytime soon.
No. You could tell him maybe if you ever get back, I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Is there a throne he could try and take? Do you think that throne in the northwest?
Not that one. The Ko-Oni in the cave? Maybe. I don't remember if he has dark vision on his bus or not.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. They look pretty strong, the thrones.
Yeah, and none of his thrones are the nice little human knockover thrones.
No. Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to say too much until we actually see him doing something, really.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, Airmore. Airmore had a slower expansion, but sort of despite that, has picked up a lot of provinces.
Well, I think him bordering underwater has really helped him. He's been able to get that full 3 at his leisure.
And he managed to get the full 3 with Calum as well. And then half of the border with TNN, given that neither one of them is like super good at getting underwater. And then he lost. Vanheim got the other one. But he has this cool mage we talked about last time. Gonna get those online.
Oh yes. Yes.
He's got, what is he fighting? Independence? Some long dead and ghouls. He's got the prophet, that's gonna help. Trusty Judas. Taking down the undead. Okay, that's not, well, okay, I think these are both van fights, so we'll check those in a minute. Let's see, so does he have any other forts coming up? He's got this fort. Fort over here. Okay. So this is so we said this isn't a hero. Why does he radiate power?
It could be a hero. I don't know.
Maybe it's I don't recognize the unit. I'm wondering why it radiates power.
No, I've never played Ermol, so
no, I haven't either. Okay, so he's putting up some forts. He's a human nation. He probably with no sacreds to speak of in this game, right? No bless to speak of.
Yes.
In fact, he has no bless. Playing the game on hard mode here. Do we think? I don't think he wants to attack into elves on either side. And the water is to his south.
And he has the tower shields against all the archers of Calum.
Yep. I think he's got to be looking at Calum.
He does. However, that is the place he's already got a good border. It's not going to get him as much if he goes there.
That is very true, but you can't. I don't think that
it's possible. With that blood mage and him having, he doesn't particularly need to have an early war.
No, he could try and pick off somebody when they get into a fight.
I don't think time is particularly against him.
No, agreed. I would think he probably has a research target somewhere at like 5. He's got an awake researcher, right? So yeah. I think that there's a timing that he's going to look to hit.
Agreed.
And I don't know exactly what that timing is, but I expect we'll see him move when he does indeed hit it. All right, Vanheim loses a province to Barbs. And then kills Barbs.
This border has just been in constant revolt.
It's a Roman border. Of course there are barbarians everywhere. So he's busy dealing with with that nonsense. He's got a fort up here and here. He's just taken this throne. Any more forts? So he could go and attack anybody. He has an understanding with Agartha, but I don't know if it was a nap. I can't recall.
I think it was an understanding.
Right. So understandings can change quickly as situations change. But he could also, I think, go after either of the human nations he borders.
Yeah, I think we've been saying that for a while. I think he is going for the thrones, though. He did ping.
He did
a lot of them.
And he, unlike when we were looking at TNN's thrones, he's got a lot of humans.
Yes.
So I think he could pick up both of these potentially without too much heartache. This one is going to be harder with the steel ovens. Yeah, it'll be interesting when we get to turn 23 and we get to see if anybody reacted to the information.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the first at the time that we're recording this is the first one we've done after the first video has been released on YouTube, and so everyone has now seen that the steel ovens are in that province
in real time.
In real time.
Okay, is that everybody?
Okay, yeah, I think it is.
I think it is.
I think we're back up to speed as well now. We're ready to.
Yep. Okay.
Ready to go.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And thanks everybody for watching. And we will see you all in the next one. Have a great day.
See you in the next episode.